So I want to officially welcome you guys to Retrodoge Ama on the Beehive Colony. I'm your host, Chris B, and today we have an amazing project. All right. Before I get straight to that, I had a web link, and I hit that web link, and boom, I'm fascinated. A website like I never seen before. Pixelation and all of that GIF and Super Mario looking stuff, and I'm wondering what a concept. Plus, I get this certain nostalgia, like we're going back in time, and you know, I'm a late '80s and a late early '90s kid, so I can relate with that sort of graphic style. But that's just to water your taste buds. Without further ado, I'd like to invite to the microphone, formerly Secret Agent Q. He is the CEO of Retrodoge. Secret Agent Q, you are welcome to today's AMA. Glad you could make it, man.
Oh, glad to be here. I do enjoy myself a good early AMA.
Do you have any team members that you'd like us to unmute, or are you just by yourself? Would you like to share your screen or something like that?
I do have one co-founder here in Sir Retro James. I'm sure he'll probably sort of sit in the background, but it's good to know that more than one of the primary team members have turned up. I know that the other two co-founders, it's fairly late for them, so they're probably out.
All right, it's okay. If you would need any of them to speak, you just notify me. I just unmute them, right?
Yep, so easy.
All right, so just get straight to it. Before we get into the project itself, we would like for you to tell us just a little about yourself, your background and experience in the world of cryptos, as well as your core team, your background and experience.
My background and experience. I'm relatively new to the crypto scene. I came in about the beginning of last year. So I've already felt what it's like to be at the top of the run, and now that we're at the bottom of the run regarding macros, it's an interesting challenge. For experiences, I've had fair few projects where I've supported the projects in like moderation and community management assistance outside of crypto.
Okay.
My skills, as I've developed across multiple industries, working multiple jobs, I've learnt a lot of like customer service and customer engagement techniques that does seem to prove fairly well in terms of talking to people in this space and building friendships and partnerships.
Okay, that's nice. How about the rest of your team members? They all have a solid crypto background as well?
Yep. Retro James, he's been in this space a little bit longer than me. I think he was like 2017 that he first got in. So he's been here for a while longer. But I don't think he has ever really stepped up to lead a team like this. It's only that this set of circumstances have put us all together to really drive forward with this project. I have two other core team members in Marco. Marco is our game developer. His actual skill set is over 10 years experience in web development, and he's owned his own company for at least 7. He picked up Unity not too long ago to firstly learn it to try and build utility for a previous project. But when he discovered that it wasn't as hard as what it was made out to be by people, he took it as a challenge to actually properly learn Unity to build a game, and he's currently enjoying the challenge of building on Unity.
Oh, wow. And I understand that he is the... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Go ahead.
last
Sorry.
core team member is the Blitzman. The Blitzman is his skill set includes startup marketing for like real world startups. His experience in that is like, I think it's another 10 years in that space. I'd have to pull up yeah, he's got more than a decade in content creation, graphics, video, and writing. He also did a short stint as editing, writing, and filmmaking. So he's got
Nice.
quite a lot of the background experience necessary to sort of make a good go of crypto himself. This is his first project as well that he's thrown a lot more of his energy and weight behind as a core team member.
Yeah.
His intention is to eventually transition into crypto full time. So he's not coming in lightly.
Nice. Oh, nice. And I see that Marco is the lead developer of the game. He sort of created the game, and awesome game. I really wanted to know because I see the game is still under development, and I'm just eager. What exactly did you set out to do with Retrodoge? All of that throwback. What's the overall concept and vision behind the project?
Well, the original concept is simply the game, but the concept stems from where we were before. So this game was supposed to be made somewhere between last year and the beginning of this year, but the developer for this game, we eventually came to find out that he was, well, how would I put it lightly? He was an arsehole for starters, but he was
yeah.
He was the original founder for the version 1 of this.
Okay.
What he was doing was he was claiming that he was working for free to build this game, but in the back end he was taking funds out from the project using a map of wallets that we come to find out later on in the project's life. Once we found that out, we were like, no, we want to deliver on what we promise, and this developer's not going to get away with it. So the team got together and we spent 2 months researching, finding out exactly what he was doing, and then migrated and expunged him.
Wow.
From there we want to first, as I said, our first and main priority is to deliver this game. From there, the sky's the limit with where we can go on all things retro. Marco's already signaled that he'd be keen on using more of Unity's capacity to build other retro games in the future. There's ideas of having a proper marketplace ecosystem. We've got several other utility ideas that would work for this environment, not only for game and entertainment related, but probably even for more serious tasks. But like our main focus is, as I said, it's the game for starters, and from there we can announce what we can do in the future as we get more development power behind the team.
All right, so I'm going to get on this topic what Retrodoge used to be in the past. That's like a year ago, but I just like to take community through the process so they can understand properly what we're talking about. And I see that the game is under development, and you I something like all of that Super Mario kind of graphics, and I see that Doge is the character, and you're playing underwater, you're playing in the woods, at the beachfront, also in hell. I see all of that on display on the website. So from the game preview, uh, I see this hanging coins. Do you just jump and receive the coins? Is it going to be the case with Retrodoge? You just directly pick up RT Doge as you play on?
Yeah, so we do, like, we originally loved the idea of having it as Super Mario based. So, yeah, running around collecting coins in game, that's our original idea of the play to earn model. From there, we've got ideas on having bonuses and extra content packed into the level in like little challenge spaces where you might be able to earn extra RT Doge or extra power-ups, maybe early unlocks of weaponry that could be used to make your life in that level easier, especially heading towards like the level bosses. We have an idea on having NFT gaming skins. We're still in concept right now in regards to what strategy we want to employ on that. The current idea is we won't use a random generative art engine to make the gaming skins because of the difficulties in coding each and every character into the game. But we might be going with a different NFT contract system where we might have like 50 or so characters created and then have the minting platform run on a randomization contract to deliver to users who want to mint an NFT character the opportunity to get things like a common character which might not have any bonuses in the game to like a really rare character that could have like several game adjusting bonuses for themselves. Where the focus is on that one to get it right from the contract, then get it right from the game balancing effects. We might even include for those characters like limited use bonuses in the game for each playthrough, so people don't have to continually purchase a specific power-up in the game, especially for the rarer characters. They might get the ability to use it a limited amount of times in the game for free.
So, if I get that right, do you have to be an NFT holder to play the game? Or are there any benefits to early holders of the NFT?
You don't have to be an NFT holder to play the game. We will release the game with at least the default character, which is the one that is in like our latest revision of the game. He's got like the orange jacket on. He will be our default. Benefits for being an early gaming, like if you can get a gaming skin NFT early, we haven't gotten to deciding what kind of bonuses there would be yet. Although, if you were lucky enough to get a rarer gaming skin early, I would guesstimate that it would pay off for you in the long run with the idea that we are going to implement NFT rentals into this game, which will enable people who've been lucky enough to win or mint a rare NFT to stake their NFT on the platform for others to rent. And the people who are renting the NFT would be able to pay the owner of the NFT some tokens for the use of their character in the game.
Oh, nice. That's cool. I was just looking through the website, just hoping. I don't know if you have as planned a marketplace. Are you planning on launching your NFT marketplace, or just making use of an existing NFT market?
Right in front of me is two options. I've got a contact who may be able to deliver to us contracts for an NFT marketplace. And then I've also got the other option in front of us that was delivered by a partner, saying that you could probably get away with creating a marketplace based off of NFT. They create like free marketplaces that would be like an initial stage for us to house our NFTs. But I would say, especially after the game release, the idea would be that we get our own marketplace and move away from other people's infrastructure.
Oh, nice. That's a good one. I just wanted to draw attention to something very profound that I saw and noticed, because I've been following on the project for some time now. You have a CertiK audit for your smart contract, and I think that is really a profound.
That was.
You said what?
That was very. No, I said that was right, but that's a very deliberate thing that we did. But that was virtually day one.
Exactly.
I wanted that done. The reason being,
nice.
In a CertiK audit, it's line by line code reading. These guys spend hours, days, possibly a week, pulling your contract apart, figuring out every function and making sure it's not open to exploits like we've seen, where you've got dodgy owner-announced contracts that can be pulled back and rugged on people or whatever. With the CertiK audit, they brought up the idea of a risk in centralization of the contract, which I expected would happen. And we also expected them to give us the suggestions on remediation for it, which is what they did. And our notes in regards to how our contract operates are all can be found in the CertiK audit. It's there for everyone to see in terms of transparency. Our contract is actually not directly owned. It is locked behind two time locking contracts. The first time locking contract is a 50-hour delay for any contract changes, and it requires 3 of the 14 signatures to execute a contract call. This is especially useful for smart traders who are tracking those sorts of contract calls in regards to changes in taxation. So we wanted to do that in the state of fairness. We also have an emergency recall time lock in the event that at least 2 of the team members can no longer access their wallets or the team's multi-signature wallet address is compromised. I can call to get that contract back from a separate time lock, but that time lock is a 30-day delay. It's all written there in the CertiK report for everyone to see.
That's great. Getting that CertiK audit, goes to show how transparent you could, be. And I just really wanted to draw attention to this part right here, because you're going with a complete transparency model, and striving to build a level of legitimacy and credibility never seen before in the crypto world. So Retrodoge used to be 8-bit Doge, if I get it right, and you launched last year June, and got to an all-time high in November. What exactly, if you could just talk briefly, what exactly happened, and especially what are you going to do differently leading this new team, this new project, Retrodoge, taking it from here? What new are you bringing?
So, in regards to what happened in November, this was before we discovered what the previous founder developer was doing to us. In November, we ended up getting our CMC and CG listings a little bit unexpectedly. From there, obviously, because we had a working, like we had a quote unquote working alpha revision of the game at that stage, the hype behind the idea of having a Doge game like this released drove the community fairly hard to put their weight behind shilling and marketing efforts to try and get us up to where we deserve to be in terms of a project with a functional game. Once we breached the 10 million market cap range, it did appear like now in retrospect, it appeared that the developer founder of the previous project, he didn't intend for that project to break out of the 10 million market cap range. On the BSC scan blockchain record, he actually tried desperately to regain control of his renounced contract, possibly with the intention to turn the contract off or create issues that would stop our run-up to heading towards wherever we were going to land in terms of market cap in that space. From there, we also found out that he decided that instead of trying to call the contract, that he would dump a couple of his wallets to try and cool off the pressure. So what he did was he ended up selling around about $90,000 at all-time high, trying to stem the pressure for the project to succeed. And from that point, it was it took us 2 months of trying to find a floor, which we should have hit a decent trading floor at that point, to the point where Marco initially thought something's wrong here, because it was just constant sell pressure. There was no buy pressure back behind the project. Every time there was a buy, there was a bigger sell to counter it. So from there, we spent like 2 months investigating why we weren't finding a floor. And it turned out that the ex-developer / founder of the previous project, he ended up having like 25 to 30 odd wallets that was constantly buying and selling. Some of it was artificially market making. The others were taking profit along the way. That sparked us in the idea that there's no way that we wanted to have that sort of thing happen on our project's perspective. That's why we very clearly stated before we even launched this project, I stated that there are 7 project wallets in this project. I even labeled them, each and every one of them, in our main chat. It's somewhere up in the first 12 pins of our group. So for anyone who wanted to know where the project's wallets were, a quick search of Telegram will give you the answers you need. Personally, we all know, like the core team knows who's got what wallet. Because we spent so much time investigating like all the top 100 holders. We know where most of our original holders' wallets are. And if community members wanted to know what a certain wallet is, it's just simply a question away. If it's a community member, we won't dox their Telegram to their wallet, but we'll at least let them know. No, we know that wallet. That's a whale wallet. We know we know who it belongs to. But for our own, like if anyone found my wallet and asked me, "Is this my wallet?" I'm not going to bullshit you and say, "Look, that's not my wallet," because it is.
Okay.
It's like, yeah.
Absolutely love the level of transparency, and I personally think you're a great person. I've been in the community for a while now, and I see the transparency displayed. You truly have that vision to push the rebranded version of this project forward. It's such an interesting project, and I have a ton of questions, but the time wouldn't let us. So I just want you to go through just some of the basics, like the tokenomics. If you could just run us through that, the community will want to hear that.
Yep. All right. Tokenomics. Our tokenomics for a play-to-earn game, like they're pretty competitive with most tokens at this level of development. Typically, they're higher taxed. And then if they're smart, their taxes go down as the game's developed. Ours is an 18% round trip. That's the buy and the sell combined. On the buy, it is 7%. It is 7%. Of the 7%, 1% is burnt. 2% goes to staking in tokens. 2% goes to marketing in BNB. 2% goes to auto liquidity. And on the sell side is 11%. So again, 1% burnt, 4% goes to marketing in BNB, 3% goes to auto liquidity, and 3% goes back to staking in tokens.
Nice.
Once we have like a working alpha, beta revision, and then eventually a fully working version 1 of this game, the intention is to step the taxes down. So we want to try and go from 18% and step our way down to probably 8% and maybe under once the full game's released and we've got a reason for people to speculate on the buys and the sells.
Okay.
That's why we haven't. That's why we haven't renounced their contract. That's why we locked the contract behind a time lock instead.
Okay, I want to believe that you had to review the old contract as well as the NFT contract, right? It's a new contract you're working with, if I get it right.
Yep. I actually had a trusted blockchain developer come in and design the new contract for us with all the specific items on the list that I requested, like variable taxes, the specific taxes, the method of which the marketing BNB is harvested. It's not harvested on a buy. The BNB is harvested on a sell when it hits a threshold.
Okay.
Also, the contract that the previous developer was using was trash. Be brutal.
I get that. All right. So, if you could remember the last time we talked, I asked a question. Well, I'm just going to make this really brief so that we could have entertaining questions from the community. If you remember, I asked the question that the community might be curious how you intend to stand out in this whole fast encroaching 3D world of the metaverse and hyper-realistic game environments, deploying high-performance game engines. How does Retrodoge intend to stay relevant in this time and not be overshadowed by the whole 3D jamboree? And that question, I'm having to merge that question with your marketing plans. What are your marketing plans moving forward, even to gain more visibility for Retrodoge, making it stay relevant?
All right, let me unpack that one, because the first one being like how do we stay relevant?
Exactly.
The question you got to ask yourself is, what do you play when you are bored of everything else in regards to the high performance 4K graphics out there? Like, what if you're someone who plays like those massive action shooters all the time?
Yeah.
Do you not get that sense of feeling that you want to find something that's probably a little bit more casual, a little bit more laid back, straightforward, that you can just sort of ease back and just enjoy, like for 5 minutes of your day?
I actually feel like that. I actually feel like that because, like I said earlier on, I'm a late 80s kid, so I can relate with that. I love to play Super Mario, so I love to play. I don't do a lot of the 3D shooter games, but I'm just talking about other people. How do you intend to gain more ground, or you just on that targeting that you have a target audience, the early 90s kids and the late 80s kids? What's your plan to capture the millennials? I'm just asking.
Yeah. I know we are a bit of a niche in terms of this game specifically, but our intention, how would I do that? It's the intention of probably incorporating more of the late 90s to millennial content later on in terms of expansion of the game, because there's a lot of room for adding extra features and bonuses and power-ups and such that we can take what is originally like a 90s theme and build it out into millennials sort of fantasy of gaming as well. It's also with the marketing, teeing into marketing now. As you said, our audience very, very specific is like 80s, 90s, maybe the start of millennials. And that's not so bad, so long as you're trying to reach out and capture all of their attention, not just the few that is in crypto. So we are going to be focusing on working towards making the user experience as friendly as possible, so that people who haven't even ever invested in crypto can purchase the crypto required to play our game. Give me a sec, B. I've just got someone asking a question of me out here.
Okay, somebody asking on the chat.
No, in my house.
Okay. All right. Okay. Was there anything more you have to say, or you want to touch on that we haven't talked about before we get the community ask their questions? Okay. Are you there? I cannot hear you. Secret Agent, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I thought you just dropped out.
Maybe I left the wrong earphone on the table.
Okay, so for the purpose of time, and I see that the community is eager to ask a few questions. They're very interested in the project. I don't know if we have touched on every aspect of the project. I mean, is there anything we have not talked about that you just want to briefly touch on before we entertain questions from the community?
Not off the top of my head. I think we've sort of given a general overview of what we intend to do, at least for the near-term future. There's not much point in making promises we can't deliver, so I'm not going to be sort of running along and telling you guys all sorts of weird and fantasy utilities that we're conceiving of that we probably won't be able to deliver, not with the project scope at the moment.
I get that. Since the first, you're all about transparency, and yeah, it's a good one. Under promise, over deliver. I get that. So we're going to be entertaining questions from the community. I don't know if you're okay with that.
Yeah, let's bring it.
All right. Guys, on today's AMA, we'll be giving out a total of 100 BUSD. I understand on the banner it says 5 people, but I think we're going to have to tweak that a bit just so that it goes round, you know. And this will go to the best questions, a random participation, as well as to one that completes the task at the end of the AMA. So you want to stay till the end, to the very end. So if you're new to this, I heard people asking how you asking questions on the VC. You just need to hit the middle button to raise your hand. I can see a few. Well, I see all hands raised. It's a good number of hands raised. So when I pick you, you just unmute yourself. The button's going to turn green, and you can speak. I think we go with. Hold on a bit. Just a minute. I think we should go with. Is somebody here? I don't want to take too much time. Okay, we have Moonshine. Moonshine, you've been unmuted. You can ask your question.
Hi, bye first. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
How you, Moonshine?
I'm fine. So I actually had a concern I wanted to ask about. I see the smart contracts
Okay.
features editable taxes, wherein the deployer wallet can change taxes up and down subject to the time delay lock. So I want to know, since it has a capability to edit the functions of the smart contract, when would this happen? Would you just be changing the buy and sell tax without the community knowing? And in what case would you have to change the buy and sell tax? And would there be a point during this project where it does so well and you decide to reduce the buy tax? Maybe because just to allow like an incentive for people to, involve themselves more in the project. That's my question.
Okay. I think I got that. Sorry, accents are difficult for me to understand too much. So
Oh, sorry.
the first part of where would we announce it? Yes, we would very clearly announce that. I would say probably if we were to make a contract change like that, I would call it probably a 7-day announcement schedule before we had the contract changed to let everyone know. I do see, like in the future, needs to reduce our buys and our sell taxes to better take advantage of more speculative trading than the push to hold, which is how this contract was conceived. What else? Is there anything else that I missed?
Yeah, so
I guess.
okay.
Yeah, Moonshine, you okay with that? No, you go ahead if you're not okay.
Okay. Let me just say, it's still my question. I was like, would there be a point in the project where it does so successful, since the taxes can be editable, you might want to reduce the buy tax, just like some kind of incentives for the community members to involve themselves more in the project.
Yeah. Like I said, I want to try and bring the total taxes down to 8%. That would include reducing the buy taxes from where they are at the moment, which is 7%. I can envision the buy taxes probably going as low as 4%, maybe 3%, depending on how we swing the balance between the buys and the sells.
All right. Thank you very much, Secret Agent. Thank you so much, Bifrost, for the opportunity.
All right. A great question there from Moonshine. Thank you for that. All right. So we're going to have a second asker. That is, I'm trying to find the name. Hold on a bit. Ayush. Ayush Dwivedi, you can ask your question.
Hello, bro. How's you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Everything good, bro. Thanks for such
Okay,
an.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah. Actually, I am a good fan of Play to Earn project, and I like your concept. But I have some questions regarding the game. First question is there any kind of dark mode which will be the suitable in the night?
I think that one was asked in our last AMA as well. But the idea of
I was not at that team.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I think our developer said he was willing to entertain that idea. Our game is typically going to be, it's going to include a lot of dark shading and filtering. So it might be tricky to implement a dark mode to force it even darker. But that he said he's going to have a look at it. No promises, but he will definitely work. He will definitely work to try and deliver something in that circumstance.
Okay, I got it. And can we able to invite our friends?
This, because it's going to be this version's a single player run through mode. We won't have the capacity to invite friends to play like co-op at this point, but one of our future ideas does include a multiplayer style of game that when we are ready to start really developing it, we'll announce it.
Okay, I got it. Thank you. Have a great day, and thank you, Bill Host, for giving the opportunity.
Oh, thank you, Ayush. Thank you for that
Cool.
solid question.
Bye, Frost.
All right, so I think yeah.
Before we go ahead, is there any chance you could unmute Marco? He's managed to find some time to jump in.
All right, I just look out for the name Marco, right?
Yeah.
All right, I see Marco. Marco, okay, that's allowed to speak. Okay, so if we could just take the next question. I'm just trying to hurry through the community questions. We have Ryan Starr. You have been unmuted. You could just say a few words.
Yeah, hi guys.
Ask your question. Okay, there's Marco. Hey, Marco.
Hi, bye first.
Is
Hi,
that
secret
Marco?
agents. No, it's Rising Star. Do I sound like Marco?
Okay.
Happy Marco.
No,
Can I
no.
go on my
Actually,
question?
Marco was unmuted. His part of the team. So you could go ahead with your question, Rising Star.
All right, thank you. Hi, secret agents. Hope I'm audible.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I want to allude to a statement I found on your white paper. You said Retrodoge aims to be an amalgamation of iconic pop culture, entertainment, crypto awareness, and fighting scammers in the space. So these are four
Yep.
different things you guys are incorporating into one project. Now my question is, there are projects that sometimes these are their main focus. The projects could be focusing on just entertainment, others could be focusing on crypto awareness and the rest. So my question is, since you guys are trying to bring these four aspects of crypto into one project, how are you sure that this is actually going to work? Because I feel it requires a lot of time, effort, and work in order to put this together. So how are you sure this is going to work? And what are you guys doing in order to make sure that this actually works?
Yep. We do understand that it is going to be, especially in regards to putting four separate categories into one, a lot of effort to get the balance right. When it comes to execution, in terms of pop culture, we're looking at adding like a lot of in-game references to iconic sort of 90s styles, trends. The NFTs are most likely going to have some more recognizable brands that were popular back in those days and ages. It may not be, not all of that is going to be at the forefront of the project's outward-facing branding, at least not to start with. In regards to the fighting scammers idea, some of the references we're going to use to amalgamate that into the game could be the minions, the villains, the bosses that we choose to use in terms of who they were in the space and what kind of publicity they've had, what kind of facts that we're basing them off of, because we're not just simply going to call a specific boss, which could be reference to maybe an influencer or a project. Like, we're not going to just go straight out and put their branding on it and call them a scammer. It's like there'll be references there as to what the news articles had said at the time about them. Plus, also creative artistry will take its toll there in terms of what we won't, not what we will and won't do. All right.
Are you short of words?
All right.
Okay, I actually understand your explanations, but just a quick one. Sorry, all these four aspects now, would they be amalgamated into the game, or there will be different utilities of their own? Sorry, that's all. Bye first. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, they'll be
Okay.
amalgamated in the game in terms of references. It won't be like full blown. It's right there in your face sort of thing.
All right.
Okay.
Cool project. Bye
Okay,
first.
very
Thanks for the
engaging
opportunity.
question right there. Yeah, thank you, Rising Star.
Thanks, secret
Rising Star is a
agent.
very active member of the community. Thank you for that question. So, all right. I just hope this goes round, right? So I'm gonna unmute Dante. Dante, you can ask your question.
Hello, bye first.
Yeah, how you doing, Dante?
Yeah, I'm very good, man. Hello, secret agent. How you doing, man?
Great. You can ask your question.
We're doing good.
All right. Okay. The place we're in game, I really is really an entertaining stuff. So my question is this: as an hardcore gamer, I'm a very hardcore gamer, and I believe in the place we're in games a lot. You indicated that when you earn some coins while playing the game on each level, you can claim it before you proceed to the next level. If not, you lose it while playing the next level. So now, if I'm playing the game and I believe in myself that I can defeat the boss at the latter part of the game, and I can win the game. And I had an immediate issue to attend to. Can I minimize the game and come back after I'm done with what I'm doing? You understand what I mean? Come back after I'm done with what I'm doing, and I meet my coins the way I left it. Is it possible to do that, or I must claim it before I leave the game?
Well, one of the things about us trying to put this game out for everyone, and probably even into gaming and mobile apps, will be that issue. I think I don't know exactly how we're going to do it. Maybe Marco would be best to explain this one.
All right, please, Marco, please, can you pick it up?
Do you mean when can you collect your coins, or?
I think what he was saying was, as he's collecting coins in the game, if he needs to go and stop playing and take a break and come back at a later time, would he be able to pick up from where he left off, or would he have to restart the game if he needed to minimize or close it?
Exactly.
I think we will not allow pausing the game for too long, because people could, abuse it too much.
Well, okay. For what minimum time could you allow people to pause the game and go do something else, come back and meet their coins intact?
I think we'll have to look at that during the beta, but I think it won't be longer than 5 minutes.
All right then. Nice project. Place where games are very nice. They are entertaining games that give everybody the chance to earn extra Retrodoge including their investment. So good job, man. Good job. I really appreciate it, man. Bye, pros. Thank you, man.
All right, thanks for that, Dante. We're going to take one more question. All right. We have Cryptos. Cryptos, you're allowed to speak. Hold on. Did I unmute you? Hold on. Just a minute. All right, you have been allowed to speak. You can ask your question, Cryptos.
Hi, Rose. Hi, Secret Agent. Hi, Marco. I hope you're hearing me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Are you hearing? All right. You have a Secret Agent. You have a very good project, and it's all about games. And games. Everybody loves playing games. The old, everybody loves playing games. So my question is, are there specific rules as to playing the games? Will it be allowed for one or multiple players, so that they come together and play, and it will young ones too, maybe something like you have age limit category that can play and cannot play? Did you hear my questions?
You ask if there's an age limit to... Okay, I get that.
Age limit, will it be played? Are there specific rules, guidelines for playing the game?
You're talking about the rules of the game. If there's an age limit to those that can play the game, right? Okay. Secret Agent, did you get that?
Yeah, I get it. The only way that you could ever effectively incorporate an age limit into a game would be if you were to push people to KYC to actually play the game, which it's not out the ballpark, but I don't think an age limit would be the reason why we would want to do that. I don't see why we would need an age limit. But on the first part of it, the multiplayer, this is going to be a single player platformer. Multiplayer games or even a co-op mode of this wouldn't even be worked on until after this game is developed, I don't think.
Okay, did you get an answer to your question, Cryptos? Did you get an answer?
Of course,
Cryptos?
I did. Thanks.
Oh, right.
Thanks, bye.
Oh,
yes, of
all
course,
right.
I did. Thank you so much.
Thank you for asking. So very important to mention that we have today our partner channel groups, namely the Seifu Lounge, the Crypto Clubhouse, and the Bull Lounge, and all owners are present. I just take a moment to let each of them speak to give their take on the project. We have Cookie Trader of the Seifu Lounge, who is very much in partnership with the Beehive Colony. So I don't know if it's here. Here, just make a few comments. Cookie Trader, I think you have been muted. Cookie Trader.
Hello guys.
Yeah, we can hear you, Cookie Trader.
Yeah, I will say this is a really great AMA today. Well, this is the second AMA, first AMA, right?
This is our second.
Okay.
No, in the community difference, this is the first AMA.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, this is a really good AMA and really great participants. 67 participants is really great.
Okay. Great to have you stop by. You have any observations about the project, Retrodoge?
Not really.
Okay. We're glad that you stopped by, even to send the invite to your community. Great to have you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
All right. So I just let Nice Grips of the Crypto Clubhouse say a few words. We've been talking about the projects together, and he's really interested in the project. So, Nice Grips, you want to say a few things?
Thank you very much, Bifrox. Yeah, and Secret Agent, you're welcome. I hope you don't work for the CIA service. Am I audible?
So,
I lost
joke.
that last. I lost that last
Okay.
second there.
You know, I was going to ask why you go by the name Secret Agent, actually.
I don't know. I kind of picked up the Secret Agent name. I kind of picked up the Secret Agent name like mid last year, and it kind of stuck for me. I don't really typically change my name too often, so I think it's the fact that it's unique. It builds recognition in the space, and whenever anyone wants to find me, it's like, where's Q?
Yeah, that's basically fine. Because for one thing, you definitely will be fighting scammers too, and so when they say the name Secret Agent, like, yeah, this guy is really in for it. So that's cool. But about the project, I want to take you back a little concerning the audit which you did with SETI, which was beautiful. And to be frank, there was nothing to worry about, especially when it comes to critical issues. There was none to be found. But among the major issues that were noted, I saw that you actually responded to one, it has been corrected, and another one, the issue has been mitigated, minimized, and to yeah. And two others, I don't know if you respond and you're working with them to correcting the other two issues, even though it's not much of a big deal.
Yeah, I think they marked one of the major issues off as unmitigated, but if you go and read my response on that issue specifically, it details that the majority of that issue is actually mitigated in our first major issues response, which was locking the contract behind the time locks. I don't know why they didn't mark it off as mitigated, but if anyone was to take 10 minutes and actually read my responses for all of the medium and the major findings, they'll see that that issue really is, it's really being managed. It's just not registered as being managed.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful to know. It's nice that that's will be sorted out, or it's been worked on. And during the AMA, you actually spoke about the possibility of anyone playing the game once you are a token holder. You don't necessarily have to own an NFT to play the game, if that's correct.
Yep, that's correct. We won't force you to own an NFT, because NFT scarcity will just make this game like unworthwhile in terms of user experience. So a default character will be for everyone.
Well, that's going to bring a lot of game acts into it. Yes, especially for those who probably don't like NFT, that are having tokens and all that. And the only area you mentioned where NFT become useful is to probably give it out to someone who could play with it, and you actually benefit from the earnings. Or if you want to play with it, maybe when it comes to upgrading some certain things. Is that correct?
Yeah, the gaming NFTs would be useful to the holder via use of, especially with the rarer tiers, having game altering perks that will be attached to them. But for the person who just wants to hold their NFT and not play the game, they can register their NFT they will be able to register their NFT in a rental system. So that if you are there simply for the tokens, people who are playing the game who want to use your NFT will pay a few tokens or whatever to use your NFT for the playthrough that they're part of. Well, that's interesting. I just lost my life.
Okay, yeah, I got that. I got that. What I was actually driving out is what are the utility emerges as a key parameter in making this NFT become valuable, apart from using it within the game, if that is what I want to do, because so many persons who are not having it may possibly not use it. And so what actually increases the value of this NFT if using the NFT is only restricted to that which you just mentioned? What else can I do with my NFT apart from the game?
Obviously, the majority of the utility is in the game, but I think once we've finished the game and we've refined its initial use case, we will obviously investigate how we can further benefit people who buy those NFTs, especially the ones who want to mint a lot of them and only get a lot of common NFTs. I think we'll end up refining that idea post-release into maybe a combination system where like NFTs might be upgraded in some capacity. Those ideas are simply like it's us thinking of the future. It's not like we can't commit to delivering extra value to the gaming NFTs at the moment, because we just don't have the dev power to work too many fronts at the same time. But that's all future possibility.
Oh, okay, yeah. As long as it is on your to-do list, and then that should give us some sort of reassurance that apart from playing the game, I could as well have an NFT that could also give me some sort of passive income, because there are other utility within your ecosystem that I can use them with. And so that is good. And lastly, sorry, I hope I'm not taking too much time. I actually wanted to play the game with my mobile. But it wasn't going through, it was stuck. I don't know if it's actually accessible through the Android and iOS version apart from web.
Right now, the tech demo that you can see at the moment, it's only able to be run on PC for now. With the game, we won't be trying to force mobile compatibility using the Web Unity build until we have something workable for you guys to properly enjoy, which will be like maybe the alpha stage. Once we reach the late alpha into the beta phase of the game, we might end up working on building out the app that could run this game directly on your phone. But if we don't have the development power to pull that off yet, we will work on making sure that the web version of the game will be mobile compatible, especially heading for alpha beta versions.
Oh, wow, thank you. That's beautiful. I will be waiting, and I know so many members of the community will be waiting too, because I'm always on the move, and I enjoyed playing Mario back in the days, and I can be very, very happy playing it on the move. And so we'll be expecting it. Thank you very much for coming around. We really appreciate your presence. You have very lovely project. Thank you. Thank you, Beatro.
So easy. All right, guys, I've got to start wrapping up because I've got to head off to work. Currently, this doesn't pay
All right. So I think we'll just get one more contribution. All right, we're actually wrapping up. It was supposed to be a 1 hour AMA actually, but I mean, really interesting project, and I'd like for us to have just one contribution from Maxwell. Absolutely fantastic contribution from. If we could just have one more contribution from Maxwell.
Yep.
Maxwell, you've been unmuted. I think after Maxwell, we'll just have to close the AMA for the day. Maxwell of the Bull Lounge, you could just say a few words.
Oh yeah, so hello Bifrost, how you doing, buddy? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh yeah, so okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah, beautiful. I thought for a second there, you were gonna take off my chance. So
we can hear you, Maxwell.
Oh yeah, I know. So hello, secret agent. You know, I've got to say, the Retrodoge is looking great. You know, I went through your website and nice stuff you got going there. You know, I even love your tokenomics. You know, I love the way you distributed it all. You know, the cell tags split into 4 places and all. You know, I just wanted to talk on the NFTs, but saying that you want to wrap up, but I just got to put this in a really short form. So about the NFTs, I wanted to know how are they gonna be used? You know, I just wanted to know if you know, they can actually come in some form of rarities. You know, if you know what I mean. That is, you know, the more rare they are, you know, I get to purchase more rare valuables from the inventory on the game. What's your say on that?
Did you get that, secret agent?
Yep, I got that. The NFTs for the game,
okay.
Yeah, they will definitely need to be rarity scaled. So We probably won't be doing your standard generation million run like of uniques. We will probably focus on 30 to 50 characters to be included in the game. And with, is there any chance you could mute your mic? Sorry to.
Okay.
Sorry, Matt. It's
I think
just difficult for me
it's breaking
to.
up there.
I'm getting echo. Cheers, man. So there'll be.
Is your system connected like a PC or something?
No, mine's mobile. But I'll finish this question off. So with the gaming skins, there'll be about 30 to 50 specific characters made. The NFT minting system for those characters will be done so that, like, you will probably end up minting duplicates, especially of the common characters over time. And with those duplicates, you will be able to register on a rental system, possibly to earn some passive tokens, or we will work towards maybe creating like a crafting system. Oh my God, just don't go home. Sorry guys, I'm trying to leave my house now.
Okay. Are you still speaking?
I'm still here. The core of it is, yes, there will be rarity. Commons will be.
Are you breaking out?
Mint chance. Oh,
okay.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I want to be sure that. Okay. Are you still speaking? I think it's breaking out there. So if you're done speaking.
Hey, dear secret agent.
Okay, I think we're having a certain interference. We might just have to end the AMA right here. So that it.
I think he has joined the VC again. Oh yeah, so Bifrost, secret agent is raising his hand. Could you?
All right, so I think Telegram is really bad. I think the signal is really crazy from my end. So I think if you're okay with that, Max, we'll just come wrap it up right here.
Oh yeah, so
okay, so.
I'll quickly finish it with, like, very simply, yes, there's rarity.
Right. So, sorry, I had to end that, and hope you can still hear me.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Bifrost, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's speaking. Probably you're not hearing him. So let him just do it.
I mean, it's a little hard hearing, but it's okay. We have to run, actually. We have to wrap up. Secret agent, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to get in the car to start driving.
Okay, so I guess we'll have to wrap up. I don't like it when the signal keeps breaking, so because we were recording. So all right, that's an amazing time on the AMA today, getting to know the Retrodoge project, and I want to thank Secret Agent and Marco. I only had to hear Marco just say a few words, but we want to thank you for honoring the invite to the AMA. a big thank you to you and to the community, to both communities present here today. We urge our investors to check out the links that I'll be posting shortly. And having listened to all that the devs has said, that you want to make the right decision, having done your own personal research by visiting their website and joining their Telegram. If you have any questions for the team. All right, we have come to the end of the AMA, guys. We've overshot the time. It's 18 minutes already past the time. I want to thank you for your participation. Even as we could let the devs exit the AMA, the rest of us could be here as we conduct the giveaways. Is that okay?
Yep, that's all good.
Sorry about that, secret agent. I think the signal kept coming in and going out, so I had to just wrap it up right there. You have to get on to. I mean, it's really early where you at, so you have to get on with your day. You know.
Yeah, I got to do that because otherwise I won't get paid. All right, guys, take care. Appreciate the time.
Thank you, Secret Agent, coming.
It's all right. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you could just yeah. So the rest of us are going to be here as we conduct the giveaways, and thank you for stopping by.